All right, World Final predictions. There are 12 players left. You're watching some TV Royale while I am going through the brackets. Again, RevolAimar is doing a prediction contest to give away another baby dragon plushie. So, of course, I'm going to enter. And if we look at the previous, the previous prediction was based on the first set of matches for the top 16. Now 4 have been eliminated. There are 12 left. So we're going to do the predictions as what RevolAimar has here. Let me grab what I mentioned yesterday and dump that into here. 052. Okay, so this is what I had yesterday. And then let me see how many actually made it here. So what I had in the predictions from yesterday, I had Muhammad Light, Morton defeating LCF, Igor defeating Hajime, Sam Basoto defeating Search TS, Hasiel defeating Line, Vitor defeating Michi Foo, Wallace defeating Sandbox, and Pharmacito defeating Moogie. A lot of those matches did not go the way I thought they would in round one. Or round one of the double elimination series here. So now let's go into the day 3 predictions. There are 12 left, as I mentioned, and we can take a look at how, or guess, who's going to prevail in this first set of the series. I do want to show the bracket here, and I know this is going to be very tight to see in the video here. Let me see if I can blow this up here to like 75%. They didn't provide a picture of the lower bracket for the 8 that are there, but they did provide a picture for the top 4 that are still in winners. They're in the winner semifinals. So in the lower bracket we have Sandbox and Morton, we have Hasiel and Sam Basoto, we have Surge TS and Line, and we have LCF and Pharmacito. On the winner side, this is the winner's semifinals. We have Muhammad Light and Casualty. We have Michi Foo and Moogie. So, time to do some predictions. Not those predictions, these predictions here. So, these are the first set of matches for day 3. And they're going to go all the way to finish because that's the last day of the series. The winner gets $200,000. The second place gets $100,000, which is still amazing. But to have that, the title and $200,000 is just unbelievable. So let's start. We have first off, we have Muhammad Light and Casualty. There was a moment there where it looked like Muhammad Light was in trouble against LCF, but he was able to just wear down LCF as the match went on, and then ultimately prevailed. If you watch the Casualty matchup, the first one, I mean that was incredible. He pulled off some unbelievable plays. I believe it was the predictable lightning. If you haven't seen the predictable lightning, go check out the replay on YouTube. I mean that was insane. That was insane. This may be Muhammad Light's toughest challenge. It's just that obviously Igor has done a lot. Previously, he's won a world title. He knows what it's like to be in this moment here of such a tough, such a tough situation to be in where, every move matters. Given how well Muhammad Light has played really throughout, and he was tested against LCF. He was tested really well. I think he needed to have that. He won, but I think he needed to have that moment where it was like, okay, stuff's not going my way let me figure out how to adjust and do better. And he did, and he's in the position that, where he is right now. And I'm gonna still pick him. I'm gonna say that he finds a way to beat Casualty and at least advance to winners finals. That's, I would say, Muhammad Light, obviously is the favorite, and if he gets to winners finals, I mean, obviously he's going to win. I mean, yeah, obviously he's going to win it, but that he gets that far it should be expected. It's just so tough to say, like, oh yeah, guaranteed to get to grand finals. No, if you get to the top three, that's in this tougher bracket where any of the 32 players could win. That's really good. That's really good. So I'm going to pick Muhammad Light to advance to winners finals. Next up, we have Michi Foo and Moogie. They're on the other side of the winners bracket, and Moogie is really taking advantage of that bonus he got against Riker, and I caught a little bit of the matches. The one against Sandbox, he just really controlled the game. I thought he played really well in just holding down Sandbox in that last match of the day. This is going to be a really tough one because I thought Michi Foo also played well. Forgot who he played to get to this point. I think it was oh geez. I'm blanking on who he had to face to get to this point here. But I caught a little bit of what. He faced Vitor. That's right. He faced Vitor. From the little bit I saw, I didn't see like the everything of it, but he played well enough to get to this point. Other people can judge on like how he did. I'm gonna pick Moogie just because I saw a little bit more of him, and him holding down Sandbox was just, I mean, you see it at the end of the game where Sandbox was just basically applauding because he couldn't figure out what to do against Moogie. So sometimes it's just those little breaks that you need to advance. So I'm going to pick Moogie for this one. This may be a 50-50. Okay, next up, we have Morton and Sandbox. There were just some moments in the Morton versus the LCOP game where it was like, oh, here we go again. Morton unlucky. Who it's just, you just have to feel for the guy. After seeing a lot of what happened in the match against LCOP. And then for him to run through losers bracket and survive so far, it's been incredible. So yeah, if you missed I think it was 18 HP that he lost by against LCOP, and that was the opportunity for him to win the game. That loss forced the game 3, and then he lost that one. Sending him to losers. So he's gonna have to face Sandbox. Sandbox, as I mentioned, had a tough go against Moogie. I think, given that fortunate bounce by Morton in the losers bracket helped him stay alive, I'd like to say it should be enough for him to make it all the way to losers finals. But I think he's gonna get that bump of, maybe things are turning his way. That's what I would say. Maybe things are turning his way. So I'm going to pick Morton. It's another 50-50. Sandbox could easily 2-0 this. Morton could easily 2-0 this. It could be another 18 HP game. I mean, who knows? It's going to be wild. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Morton was this. I was thinking it was Samuel Basoto, but it was Morton who the arrows missed just enough for him to survive and pull off the win, where he advanced. That was incredible. I thought it was Samuel Basoto, but yeah, it was Morton. So, all right. Speaking of Samuel Basoto, he faces Hasiel. You know, when I looked at the predictions of all of the people who were sitting in, all the predictions that were submitted to RevolAimar, a lot of people were on the Hasiel train. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yeah, me too. I picked him. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I think he's going to ride this momentum. Now, he is in losers, so he did get a day to rest after taking the loss. So you have to wonder what's his mindset going to be in going into this game. He's going to have 24 hours to prepare for this match. I think now it comes down to nerves and who's been on this stage before, who will be able to handle the pressure and know what to do. And I think the edge goes to Samuel Basoto in this one. So I'm going to pick Samuel Basoto. It's unfortunate. You kind of hope for the Cinderella story in Hasiel, just because he did so well in that first that first day to even get to this point. So I would say let's go with Samuel Basoto for that one. Next we have Line and Search TS. I'm going to pick. I didn't see much of these two guys. I think I only caught the stats of what happened. I'm going to pick Line here. This may be a 50-50. I'm going to pick Line for this one here. And Framcito and Elsiop, what's the craziest thing, and again, I looked at all the people who were submitting predictions to RevolAimar, and the guys on the broadcast even mentioned too, it was like the overwhelming favorite in the Morton versus Elsiop match was Morton. I think it was like 3-1 votes in favor of Morton. That's how many people predicted Morton to win or wanted Morton to win. I mean, I picked Morton against Elsiop, and we just all, I don't know if we all forgot that Elsiop is a former world champion. If we forgot that he's one of the greatest players in the game, but he beat Morton and he gave Muhammad Light a lot of trouble. So this matchup really comes down to the dream run by Framcito, or whether Elsiop will be able to pull off another run to a world title. And just given the way Elsiop has been playing, and given the way Framcito has been playing the last couple of days, I'd say at this point I'm gonna pick the experience, the world final experience over the dream run. I think unfortunately the dream ends here for Framcito, but if it just so happens that he happens to defeat a world champion tomorrow, I mean, that'd be insane. But given the way Elsiop has played the last 2 days, I'm gonna go with Elsiop. I think there's enough juice in there remaining to make one more push, and we could get, what if we do get an Elsiop versus Morton losers finals, and then an Elsiop versus Muhammad Light grand finals, or if the final three is Muhammad Light, Morton, and Elsiop, that would just be insane. That would just be insane. So I'm gonna go with Elsiop here for the last match of the first round of 12 remaining. They're going to go all the way to the finish. Let me show you the brackets again. Let me lock this in. Okay. So in the losers bracket, we have Sandbox and Morton. We have Hasiel and Sam Basoto. We have Serge TS and Line. We have El Siop and Francito. In winners bracket, we have Mohamed Light and Cassidy. We have Michi Foo and Moogie. I'm not sure who is going to go into the lower bracket section. It could be that if they just do top, and bottom, then we're looking at the first quadrant here of Sandbox and Morton. Hasiel and Sam Basoto will face the loser of Mohamed Light and Igor. And then Michi Foo and Moogie will face the other quadrant. So those are my predictions. Good luck to everybody who's doing predictions, and good luck to everybody who is competing in tomorrow's World Finals. I mean, it's just, from what I've seen, there's like so many highlights that have happened in the last couple days. Like, there's not that one moment like in 2019 where it was the 1 HP moment, like everybody's going crazy. There's just been so many moments. The missed arrows, the 18 HP, the predictable lightning. I mean, there's been it's been insane. So waiting for this waiting for this TV Royale game to finish, and then I'll cut the video off, and then we'll get started on the quick ladder session here. But yeah. It should be a lot of fun tomorrow. So those are my predictions. Yeah, good luck to everybody tomorrow.